Hey podcasters and YouTubers, welcome to Lights, Camera, Action with
Kaylee
and Chris.
This is our new podcast where basically we just want to be able to feature photographers, models, artists, other creatives. We want to inspire people with what we love to do.
We also want to give you tips, tricks. We'll do how-to videos. We'll even critique certain work live on the podcast or YouTube, depending what platform you prefer. So for the first episode, we wanted to give you a quick introduction as to who we are, what we do, and our experiences. So my name is Chris. I run SDS Modeling Company, which is a local West Virginia modeling company that provides professional modeling opportunities for both models and local businesses. We are a part of a lot of fun projects, from publications to providing models for local photographers, artists, and fashion designers. So with that being said, I'm excited to introduce one of SDS's models and co-host, Kaylee.
Hello, I am Kaylee. I've been modeling for about a year and a half. It's definitely one of my absolute passions, which is why I'm so excited to start this podcast and to share with you all what we're passionate about and all the stuff we love to create.
On this podcast, we're hoping to give you tips, tricks, guidance, how-to videos, situational experience. We want to be able to feature photographers, local artists, other models, and share with you exciting events and trends happening around us. So with the first podcast, we wanted to introduce our first publication, Breaking Borders. This publication is a celebration of West Virginia models and West Virginia places. It features specifically West Virginia models and places that were special to them or that held some sort of impact in their life. So this publication features SDS models in West Virginia locations that were important to them. And even better, Kaylee was actually featured in this publication. So she's going to take a few minutes and talk about her shoot, the process, what we did, her planning of the shoot, and what it meant to her.
So I decided to do my shoot in a park. It's a park that I used to go to a lot when I was in high school, and it's just a super gorgeous place. It's called Little Creek Park. If you ever get the chance to visit, I definitely would. One of our main goals for the shoot was to create a really good contrast between me and my surrounding area. And to do that, I chose super light colors and materials that were really flowy and lacy to kind of contrast against the super dark trees that were super tall and all the greenery around me. And the park has a super large creek running through the very middle of it. And so since that was something that is super flowy, I wanted to have sort of a skirt that I would be able to kind of toss around and make kind of flow just like the creek a little bit.
So one thing that Kaylee has always said was that she's greatly inspired by fashion, and she likes using her fashion and the background as a backdrop to see how she can incorporate her fashion and her posing into the background to create an interactive or visceral feeling or connection with the backdrop. One very important thing about this publication, outside of just featuring local models, is that a portion of every sale will actually go to the featured models. So it's not only just a way for us to provide awesome content, but it's also a way for SDS to give back.
And hey, if you're stuck in your house for 2 weeks, quarantined because of the coronavirus, you get yourself some reading material.
So if you want to purchase this publication, for you YouTubers, we'll provide a link in the description below. For all your podcast listeners, we'll add it in the show notes. Or you can just go to sdsmodelingco.com, and then there's a publications tab. Just click on it, you'll see it there. You'll be able to see a preview, just a few sneak peeks before you buy it so you know what you're getting. So go out there, support your local models, and support local business.
So this was just a short episode just to give you guys a chance to see our beautiful faces.
more so your face, but all right, appreciate the compliment. So if you're a model and you would like to be featured on the podcast, or maybe you have like a modeling topic or question that you would like Kaylee to answer or give some insight on, you can reach us on all the social media, or you can go to sdsmodelingco.com/podcast, and there will be the podcast, not just the episodes, but also a special contact form that you can use to get in touch. Or if you're a business, a photographer, designer, fashion designer, artist, makeup artist, hairstyle, or whatever else, and you need a model, you can book SDS models, including Kaylee, at sdsmodelingco.com. Or you can just follow us on the social media, reach out to us, like us, and follow us that way. If you would like to be mentioned on the podcast, you can have that too. Just go to sdsmodelingco.com/podcast, and there, just fill out the form, let us know about your business, how we can mention your product or your service on the podcast. With that being said, I'm Chris.
I'm Kaylee.
And stay tuned for the next episode of Lights, Camera, Action with
Kaylee.
and Chris.
That's how it starts.
Again, this is a podcast, not a TikTok. I almost said TikTok. This is a new TikTok.
This is a TikTok trend.
So yeah.
Yeah. You sound like Mario.
Woo, woo, wah, wah. It's a man Mario. Yeah, so woo, 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 woo. When you can't get the double jump, it's like woo, 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 woo.
This is gonna be in like the depth
No,
of
it's
your
not.
computer forever.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, exactly how you just did it. Actually, just vibrate out of the seat.